Some social media managers are absolutely killing it, and then others are killing their clients in their own business faster than they can possibly imagine. Today, I'm jumping into social media manager cringe, things to absolutely not do as a social media manager to save your own reputation and credibility. Now, I'm not talking about the cringe of hearing your own voice on camera or hopping on cringy trends. I'm all for that, but today we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into some of the points that I believe you should avoid at all costs if you wanna make it in this industry. Hey, my name is Will and I own a $500,000 social media manager agency, and I now help social media managers like yourself do the same. If you're new here, don't forget to grab my free guide on how to become a high-paid social media manager that I will drop in the link below. Now, let's dive in. Now, the very first thing to absolutely not do as a social media manager that's on top of my cringe list is to use the fake it till you make it method. Now, I get it. You are brand new to this industry, or maybe you don't have as much experience as you like. And so you feel a type of way to keep up with experienced social media managers and put yourself out there in a certain way. And as a lot of people like to say, fake it till you make it is not the way to go. I'm all about putting yourself out there, but one thing that hasn't changed for me as a social media manager or agency owner from day one that I became a social media manager all the way till today is that I've always stayed transparent and honest with my clients. And so what that looked like on day one as a social media manager is that I was always honest with clients on where my expertise was, what I know a lot about, what I don't necessarily know a lot about, and I still do that today. So of course, I don't want you to find your new client and be like, hey, I have zero experience, wanna hire me? That's probably not the way to go. But when I started out, I was first of all volunteering with a lot of organizations so that I actually would get experience. And that way you don't have to lie about having experience or not. Because then once you land your first paying client for a small retainer fee, you are going to start building up that experience. And I was very transparent from day one with my very first paid clients, who was a family friend that, hey, I'm starting this business, would love to do social for you. Here you can offer a beta price that's not full price because you're just getting started. And that way you don't sacrifice your own integrity. Because I'm telling you right now, you are gonna dig yourself a hole if you're playing the fake it till I make it card up front. And then by the time it's actually time to deliver, you are gonna make a lot of people very upset. Until this day, I have people that come to me for ads, for things that I don't know anything about. I'm very honest and transparent when I tell them, hey, that's not my expertise. If you still want my input and you still want me to work on that project with you, I'm gonna bill you or charge you for my time, maybe less than someone that has expertise in that area would charge. But there's transparency and there's an upfront expectation with them that, hey, if you hire me for this project, just know my bread and butter is organic social media. I don't know much about ads, but I'm willing to help you. And so instead of playing the whole fake it till you make it, you can be honest, upfront, and transparent. And I promise the right person is going to appreciate that so much more and say, hey, you know what? Love the honesty, love the transparency. Let's do it. Because then there's that expectation and you don't have to fake something all the way through your partnership. Now, if you want to get more experience and actually learn how to run a social media management business, I highly recommend you join my exclusive community, the Elite Social Society, which is for pretty much all levels in the social media industry, with an entire library of training so that you don't have to fake it till you make it, because you have all the resources and access to me as your coach and mentor, where I do live coaching every 2 weeks with you, and you can access me for questions at any time of the day. Now, the second part on my cringe list, so to speak, is building a brand that isn't your own. Now, what do I mean by that? You're gonna have to show up as a social media manager, and again, if you don't have a lot of experience, you might feel like I have nothing to talk about. And what can often happen in those situations is that you get a little bit too much inspiration from other people that you take as your own, plagiarism, And we want to avoid that because this is going to cost you. I see this all the time. I've had it happen to myself where people are plagiarizing my content, pretending it's their own, even to the extent to where they put it in their own branding. And I promise you, it's not going to hurt me or any other creator or brand that's established. It's going to hurt you and come back to you, because especially people that have built a brand, followers will DM me or message me and say, hey, I saw someone put this out there and was pretending to be you or copied your content. A loyal community like that will stand up and they will notify you before I even notice myself. And again, just like the fake it till you make it method, this is not going to get you anywhere. So instead of being a parrot where you're repeating other people's advice, expertise, and experience that you don't have yet, you got to talk about your experience and the things you're learning as you go. So let's say you're in my community and you're learning things in my trainings and lessons. You can now talk about that because now you understand it versus just copying what other people are saying because they're saying it. And since day one, I was talking about my own experience. So I remember this like yesterday when my very first post on Instagram was something extremely silly, like how to write over Giphy or Jiffy inside of an Instagram story. Looking back, I'm like, who the hell cares? But back then, that was all I was figuring out, and I was learning things. And you want to talk about your own experience and have your own opinions from testing things. And even if you have no experience yet, when you're managing your own brand, you're posting for yourself, you're going to learn things. You can learn things about features, platforms, and all of those things, and then talk about it versus building a brand that isn't even your own because you're just being a parrot in the industry that is repeating what other people are saying and they don't even understand it themselves. So avoid that at all costs. It's not worth it. You want to build your own brand and not blend in with everyone else because it just doesn't work. Now, the third and only thing that's more quote-unquote cringe than building a brand that isn't your own is not building a brand at all as a social media manager. Yes, this is tough love, but I had to go there. This is so normalized in our industry. And while I believe you can get away with that if you're a W-2 or you're employed as a social media manager rather than running your own business, you cannot get away with, and you probably can till this day, but it is your reputation at the end of the day and building your own brand. And again, something I've stuck to when I started out is building my own brand first, treating myself like a client, whether I pay myself or not. I know in the long run, my personal brand is worth more than any single client can give me, right? And you need to switch that mindset. So a lot of social media managers say, yeah, it's so hard to show up for myself because I don't get a paycheck every month like I do with a client to actually do the work. But let me tell you, that's the mindset of someone that's in a job. That's not the mindset of someone that's building their own business, their empire, having their own clients, a freelancer, even growing into an agency, no matter how far you want to take it. That is not the mindset someone like that has. They want to build their own brand. They treat themselves like a client and they walk their own talk. It's very tough to sell a service you don't believe in. And if you are telling a client, hey, you need to hire me, you need to show up consistently, but you're not doing that yourself, that's very tough. And I think that is going to come back to your reputation at the end of the day. Another quote unquote excuse that I see a lot of social media managers have when it comes to that aspect is that they are very overwhelmed, especially at the start because you're doing so many things. Let me tell you, you will never have more time to work on your business than you do today. And if I have no excuse not to show up every day, film these YouTube videos for you every week, show up on all platforms, my personal brand has always been managed by me and me only. The only support I receive is for YouTube, having an editor that helps me get these long form videos done. But otherwise, I've always done my own content. I've written my own content, done my own editing, my own graphic design. And so people having a team is not even an excuse on, oh yeah, but they have a team, that's why they're showing up. No, since day one till today, it's always been me on my personal brand, whether I had 2 clients or 20 plus now today. And as a social media manager that wants to make it in this industry and build a real brand and not just have a few clients, you need to start showing up because there's nothing hurting your credibility more than not walking your own talk. And that's how I got so confident in my services and doing the things we do for clients, because I've done them. I've done them for myself. I didn't even have to test them on clients, because all the marketing services we do, I've tested on my own marketing, and so I feel confident in delivering. Now that wraps up the things not to do as a social media manager and my so-and-so cringe list. Now, I don't want you to cringe at putting yourself out there. That's one of the most important things, and there's nothing cringe about that. I always say you only get judged by someone who's doing less than you, never by someone who's doing more than you. So continue to show up, get yourself out there, and I promise you will do a great job. Now, if you're looking for next level trainings to actually help you build your social media management business, I highly recommend you join the Elite Social Society. We'll drop the link below for you to check it out. And until then, I will see you in next week's video.